Now, from the Weather Tracker TV Storm Studios, this is your weather tonight. Here's Chief Meteorologist William Cole.
All right, well, good Friday evening, everybody. Here we go, right on into the weekend. And I tell you what, I think your forecast is looking a little bit better through the weekend. I think our main opportunity of rain and storms is actually going to be overnight, Saturday night, early Sunday morning. I think we're going to have a lot of dry hours during the daylight hours. So some new details coming in as we've gone through the day. Want to get you caught up on all that. Obviously, want to talk about this as well. This is your Friday evening, important evening here. And again, temperatures easing down through the 70s. It's a 20 to maybe 30% opportunity of a couple stray showers or thunderstorms around. But even this evening, I think most of us, we're going to remain completely dry. In fact, looking at radar and satellite, we've got a little boundary right through the central part of North Texas. It's developed a couple isolated showers, but again, by and large, we still remain dry. Again, now heading into the early part of the evening, it's a different story out to the west. These were the storms that we were going to be watching as we went through the evening, thinking they might begin to venture into our western counties or maybe energize and come through as a complex as we went through the overnight. The latest data is basically saying, even though these are supercells and they're significant storms, even reports of tornadoes on the ground, they're not primarily going to make it into our western counties. They're going to dry up. And again, even through the overnight, the way it looks right now, a lot of us, we're going to remain completely dry. So going forward in time, we're going to continue to watch the dry line out to the west. I think that's going to be truly now our primary player as we go through tomorrow, Saturday, even into Sunday. We've still got this boundary off to the north that's sitting a little bit further up to the north, and it may not be as big of a factor for our forecast heading into the weekend. Now, as we take a look out to the west, we've still got this upper level storm trough, and it continues to push the subtropical jet right up into North Texas. You can see that area greens, how it just blossoms as we go through the day. That's water vapor igniting, but it's basically along the dry line. And again, like I mentioned, tomorrow, Saturday, I think we're going to do something similar, but with a piece of energy coming out, I think we'll have more in the way of a complex develop to our west. And then as we go through Saturday night, Sunday, that complex will roll on through. But again, outside of that, I think our rain chances through a good part of the weekend are actually trending down. And as much rain as we've recently had, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So going forward in time, again, we're going to be watching this right here. It's that piece of energy coming up. Like I mentioned, that's primarily, you see it right there, going to be for Saturday night, early Sunday. We taper things off on Sunday. And then there's a bit of a question mark this upcoming Monday. There's a very significant storm system coming out, but it continues to skew off to the north. If for any reason this is a little further to the south, Monday could be a more significant severe weather day in North Texas. But right now, with this well off to the north, our rain probabilities on Monday are going to remain relatively low. We'll talk more about that coming up. But otherwise, as we go through this evening tonight, again, an isolated thunderstorm may be venturing into our western counties. Like I mentioned, I think most of that activity dries up before it even makes its way in. So the overall severe risk this evening and overnight relatively low. Tornado zone, again, well out there to the west. And that's primarily even where the hail zone is as well. Again, if something severe were to venture into our western counties, again, $half size hail, winds to 60 miles per hour, that would be the primary concern. So a couple isolated showers, you see it right there around this evening. The activity coming in from the west dries up. This is the newest data. You can see overnight we're basically dry. Then as we go through tomorrow, Saturday, maybe a couple isolated showers around, nothing really major. Then as we get into Saturday evening, Saturday night, it's this opportunity of rain that comes through. But then as we get into Sunday morning, you see it right there. We basically dry things up, and that may truly be the end of our weekend rain opportunity. So again, truly, it's going to be Saturday night, early Sunday, the way it looks right now. Upper 60s to right around 70 overnight. We'll keep kind of a low-end rain opportunity out to the west, again, through the overnight. For tomorrow, upper 70s to right around 80, another very humid day. And again, some low-end kind of spotty opportunities of rain and storms before that complex does come in from the west. And then as we go through Sunday, after morning rain and storms, we do recover to right back around 80, another very humid day on the way there as well. So going forward in time, again, tomorrow afternoon, we'll keep that rain chance relatively low. Saturday night, Sunday, there's the more likely opportunity. There's the question mark on Monday. Again, we may need to kind of play with that a little bit. Then we have a big warm up by the middle part of next week, talking about 90s before a possible cool down by this upcoming weekend. More coming up.